Hey everyone, welcome to Sunday Chronicles. Is that what we call it? Yeah, Sunday Chronicles with Shaky and Charles. Thank you for being here, and we are excited to bring you along for the drive home and for our chit chat on whatever is happening before us, and especially the lesson that we just heard. Because of course there's always nuggets, right? There's always some practical things for us to take away. So I'm excited to get in today's conversation and to hear your comments, your feedback on what you thought about today's conversation. And today's conversation is you are in a school called Planet Earth. You're in a school called Planet Earth. And I know that so many of us have wonderful teachers and wonderful lessons in this school of life. And so let's dive right into that conversation. All right, so we can start with my takeaway, I guess, from the lesson, or where I am in my reflections on the lesson, right?
Sure. Can't wait to hear.
Yeah, I'm sure you can't wait to hear. So there was a conversation after you get through telling your story, your personal story, and maybe one day we'll sit and share that, and maybe it will come up today, but you shared your personal story, and in that you also said that the world is supporting you, or the world basically set up, the outer world is set up in a way to support you in falling away from yourself, separating from yourself. And I wanted to start the conversation from there and kind of see what we morph into. What are some of the ways in which the world supports us from falling away from ourselves, and perhaps how we can support ourselves to integrate. What do we need to do to integrate? I guess I'll start from there.
Okay, so what did you take away from that? What came up for you?
What came up from me?
As to how the world, takes conspires is another word we can use.
That's true.
To
I think
fall away from ourselves.
The most immediate thing that came up for me is not being or not feeling safe and secure in showing up as my authentic self.
Yeah.
So if I'm showing up as my authentic self, does the world or the environment support me in being that fully? And by world, it's either the community, right? With whatever community I'm a part of. It could be family, it could be culture, it could be anything, right? It could be on the job. It's the systems, the structures, the institutions, right, that I'm a part of. If I show up as my authentic self, am I safe to do so? And I think that was what immediately came up for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in the world's message for the most part is that you're not good enough. That you're not enough. That you're not enough.
Yeah.
And that somehow you are incomplete. And that's why you need to get this or do that to make yourself be complete.
Mm-hmm.
When the truth is you're already complete.
Yeah.
And even when people marry someone else, the first thing they say is you complete me, or you my other half, you my better half, as if you are incomplete without that other person. So that's the world's message, basically, that you are incomplete and you need this person or this product or this whatever, this experience to make you more complete, to make you complete.
That's such a rat race, though, in terms of trying to live up to this conversation. That is really, when we stop and pause, it's within, right? That completeness. But this conversation that we're not enough is really a cycle. I know for me personally, that conversation for me personally started very early. I became aware of my not enoughness, quote unquote, very, very early from early. And that would be a conversation that would probably come out in stories. But so much of my time was spent in the rat race and the chase of trying to be enough. And it was trying to be enough to fit into the systems and to fit into my family and to fit into my school and to fit mindset quote because of that conversation of not being enough, right? And it wasn't until I began the process of discovering who I am, right? Beginning to love who I am and my uniqueness, my unique expression, and recognizing that, listen, you know what, you were made the way you're made, and you have to work with this thing. That was when I began building my muscle of you are unique, you are enough, and just as you are.
Yeah.